Good morning and welcome to Leon County Today with Sheriff Walt McNeil. I'm Sean tonight. Sheriff, we are officially into hurricane season, although we don't get active for a little bit longer typically.
Thank God.
But it's time to get ready for
It
sure.
absolutely is.
Yeah.
That's one of the things we want to make sure our citizens realize is preparation long before we have a hurricane that touches ground here in Leon County is what we must all be focused on. And obviously, the more prepared we are, the less damage there are, and just having organizations that are coming together, making sure we're reaching out to those persons who are in situations that are on the streets in some cases.
Yeah.
We got to make sure that we're ready to start housing people. And just right now, having that discussion about hurricane season, it comes every year, and sometimes we get a little lax in terms of our preparation. We want to send that message out real quick right now at this time to our citizens that we've got to make sure we're prepared, and we got to make sure that we take care of the people out there.
Yeah, and and we talk all the time about having your kit ready, important medications and water and all of those things. One of the things we don't talk about a whole lot is what to do with your animals and how to prepare there, and not just those animals that live in the house.
Yeah, I'm not a pet person.
I know.
I don't have a dog or anything like that, but we've got some folks who are really sensitive about the animals, and today's show, I think we can give us some tips in terms of how they can get prepared and to make sure they take care of their animals and all kinds of animals. That's one of the things I've learned since becoming sheriff is that we are a business that we take all comers, you might say.
Yeah, people may or may not know that we have a livestock unit at the sheriff's office because part of our duties is if those animals, the horses, the pigs, those things get loose, it's a safety concern.
And we've got deputies who are experts in that, and they're on those highways, particularly when we're having hurricanes and that sort of thing. Getting those animals, getting them back to the owners. And I think our people will be surprised at the kind of work we do at Leon County Sheriff's Office.
Absolutely. Well, we got a lot to unpack today. We're going to talk about our livestock unit, what they do, and what you need to know as we get prepared for another hurricane season.
Get ready.
We got to do it indeed.
Yes.
So you want to be able to stick around coming up after the break from cats to cattle to cows. We're going to get you prepared for hurricane season as it comes to our pets. Stay tuned.
Hi, this is Deputy Sean Shepard with the Leon County Detention Facility. This is your Crime Tip Tuesday.
Scammers are impersonating Sheriff Walt McNeil and are calling people, demanding payment over the phone. This is not Sheriff McNeil or anyone from the Leon County Sheriff's Office. Do not become a victim of a scam call. Here are some tips to help you recognize and stop a scam. Law enforcement will not call you requiring payment for fines and fees. If they ask you to pay fees to avoid a warrant for your arrest, immediately hang up the phone. If the caller is aggressive and put an unrealistic time limit on you to pay via gift card, green dot card, or any other form of payment, hang up.
And that's your Crime Tip. Have a great day.
This is another day to go further. With every step, we carry hope, and together, we celebrate every win. We carry the memories of those we remember, and we carry it all with strength, ready to fight back. We will never give up. We will never stop. For every cancer, every life. Join us at Relay for Life.
Matthew.
Huh? Oh, sorry.
It's okay. I just need you to listen to me.
I know that a lot of times, Mom, it might not seem like I'm listening to you, but I am. I hear you. And what you say really does matter to me.
I mean, let's be honest. No kid likes rules, but I get why we have them. I hear you, and I know it's because you care.
All the talks we've had over the years, including what you've told me about not using alcohol and other drugs, they stick with me. And believe it or not, they really do make a difference, especially at times that matter most.
Hey, want a drink?
No thanks, I'm good. So thank you, Dad, for talking and preparing me for what's ahead.
Thanks, Mom, for never giving up and always being my biggest fan.
Thank you for letting me know what you expect, so I can try to meet your expectations.
Thank you for talking.
For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Another teenager, victim to fake pills. That smells like big crime that needs to be stopped. Before buying pills online, think about this. Should buying prescription pills be this easy?
Yeah, bro, I'm picking up. Same guy. I bet. Got you 5.
Think these pills are tested and safe? Think they're the same ones you'd get from a doctor? You know they're not. Did you know that fake prescription pills may contain fentanyl? And an amount small enough to fit on the tip of a pencil can be lethal. Listen. Before buying pills from social media, think again. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org and go for real.
Welcome back. Hurricane season is officially underway. And while many families are preparing their homes, it's just as important to prepare the pets and livestock living in the homes. Joining me now is Lieutenant Mike Wallace of our Livestock Unit. Mike, talk about the preparation that our citizens should be engaged in, generally we're speaking, in hurricane season.
So, just to own livestock and your animals, there's, preparation every day. It's a daily work for those folks who are involved in it. But as it approaches into hurricane season, we have to go a little deeper in the preparedness for, especially our large animals, our horses, cows, and of that nature. You need to be prepared to be really on your own with these animals, probably, no less than a 2-week period. Making sure that we're able to power our wells to make sure that they get water after the fact, making sure that the pastures that you keep them in are free and clear. And then the biggest threat to public safety is fencing. Typically, if you're using an electric fence to maintain your animals on the property, once you lose power, even if you have battery backup, is only so long that those fences are going to last. So mending fences, making sure that the fencing is top notch, so we can maintain those animals. Because once we get them onto our roadways, that adds another layer of complexity to our recovery efforts.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Mike, it's as you said, it's very important preparation. But talk a little bit about the planning process that our citizens should be engaged in ahead of a hurricane.
Yeah, so in a perfect world, if a person can move their herd outside of the affected area, that's the number one answer. But in the reality, moving your herd is typically not the answer. So preparation, anywhere from making sure that trees that are maybe a little suspect, take those trees down, making sure that any soft spots, any areas that may cave in and trap animals in those, make sure that you either fence those off or somehow barricade those off from the animals, because most of our livestock, they will end up navigating toward those soft spots in the water and whatnot. So, and then animals, horses, people who are boarding their horses inside of stables and things of that nature. A lot of times, just the animals being inside of those stables, the damage from the stable falling harms the animal more so than the animal taking their instinct into an open field and being able to weather that storm. If you ever notice animals, horses particularly, in a storm, horses will face away from the wind.
Didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's some natural instinct to survivability for a lot of our animals, but a lot of times we tend to put them in danger of the way we're keeping them to begin with.
Let's switch over now. Let's talk about the pets at home.
Mm-hmm.
What's some of the things that the families at home for their pets and their preparation, and how's it different?
Absolutely, food and water, just like you would do for any other member of your family. But in Leon County, we do so well with our pet-friendly. We have a lot of places that families can evacuate to that are pet-friendly, and so absolutely identify your shelters that are nearby you that are pet-friendly, And identify that early, so you're going to want to get there early. Mandatory evacuations, especially if you're with your pets, multiple pets, you want to be able to get there early, because our shelters do tend to fill up pretty quick.
Yeah, Mike, we also have a statewide emergency function specifically for pets and for animals.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Yeah, so ESF 17 is the emergency support function that we can access here at the local level through the state emergency management. So in the sense of needing to large animal rescue or large animal movements, we can tap into that through our agreements with the local state, through our emergency management locally, putting in missions to be able to fund getting that kind of rescue efforts out of the way.
Wow, tremendous stuff. Coming next, planning for livestock unit definitely is an all-in approach. We'll talk more. Stay tuned.
A 19-second conversation with a stranger online can put your child in danger of being exploited or abused.
Talking to kids about online safety can protect us for a lifetime. Don't wait. Talk to us today.
I'm a firefighter.
A teacher.
I'm a farmer.
I'm a barber.
A waitress.
A mom.
We're all part of your community.
Every day we move in and out of each other's busy lives.
It's easy to take for granted all the little moments that make up our everyday.
Some are good,
others not so much.
But that's life.
It's when you experience a moment of uncertainty.
Something or someone's behavior that doesn't seem quite right.
These are the moments to take a pause.
Because if something doesn't feel right, it's probably not.
It's not about paranoia
or being afraid.
It's about standing up and protecting our communities.
One detail at a time.
Because a lot of little details can become a pattern.
We
trust our instincts.
Just like you should.
Because only you know what's not supposed to be in your everyday.
So protect your everyday.
If you see something suspicious, say something to local authorities.
An email from the post office? How do they even know my email address?
They don't. This is a bogus email sent by scammers that looks like it is coming from the Postal Service, or even the Postmaster General himself. The email contains fraudulent information about an attempted or intercepted package delivery, and provides a link to click on to find out when delivery is expected. But that click can activate a virus, which can steal personal information such as usernames, passwords, or financial account numbers stored on the computer or mobile devices. Here are some telltale signs that an email is bogus. It contains poor grammar or spelling errors. It states that immediate action must be taken or there'll be dire consequences. It requests personal information under the guise of reconfirming information. The Postal Service does not notify customers about package delivery attempts by email. If you receive such a message, don't open it. Instead, forward it to spam@uspis.gov and then delete the email.
We all make choices. When it comes to alcohol, kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, have a seat for a second. Remind me about that party again?
Alex is just
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. They want guidance and honest answers to their questions. And it makes a difference when the message is consistent and part of everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Welcome back to Leon County Today. We're back with the commander of LCSO Livestock Unit, Lieutenant Mike Wallace. Mike, one of the things that I always admired about the Leon County Sheriff's Office is the fact that we have an outstanding livestock unit. Talk about how important that is to our community.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to do what we do without our community partners. We have so many stellar community partners that are there for us, whether we call them day or night, and they're willing to jump in and help us with housing and caring for animals we may find at large.
Who are some of those organizations that help us?
So we recognize Bar 5C Farms, and they helped us out with several cases of housing some animals for several criminal cases. We have Miss Christy Phillips out on Highway 20, affectionately known as the mayor of Highway 20.
Yeah.
Christy at the feed store out there, she's been lights out with teaching us how to care for and how to feed when we find ourselves in custody of some of these animals. So that's just to name a few.
Yeah, you know, let's talk more about that, Mike, particularly the fact that we've got the state organizations and we've got those organizations that deploy themselves. How do you coordinate those complex organizations?
You know, the organizations that deploy through the state and through those missions, they're easier to manage. The areas that self-deploy, that becomes the trick when you get, and everyone wants to help, but it becomes somewhat of a choreography, if you will, to bring those people together, because of course you need help, so you don't want to turn it down, but you do need to make sure that everyone who deploys has the ability to kind of self-sustain, but be available to you when you need it.
You know, Mike, one of the things that we do with our livestock team is we respond to all types of animal situations, and there's a correlation between those responses and our response to a hurricane. Talk to our audience about how our responding to those circumstances help us when we do have a hurricane that hits our community.
Yeah, when our team is called out, you can pretty much guarantee yourself 95% of the time that the animals are in some type of crisis, whether they're not where they're normally housed or they're unfed or unkept. There is some crisis. So if you could imagine, you know, a 400-pound cow who's in crisis, their life has been turned upside down.
Yeah.
So much like our citizens, really, when we're dealing with folks in crisis. And so all the many skills that are learned, that's what our deputies use to safely take those animals into custody and, you know, without too many injuries.
Yeah. And you guys do a great job. Why don't we talk just a minute about what are some of the misconceptions about animal preparedness?
You know, some of the misconceptions that animals are just going to take care of themselves. And that, I would say, that would be true if they were in their natural habitat. But when we find ourselves that we have confined them into areas, we also confine their ability to safely take care of themselves.
As we sort of wrap up here, what's the one message that you'd like to share with the people of Leon County about hurricane preparedness and our animals?
If you're not sure, don't be afraid to give us a call. We're out to help. If we don't know the answer, all of our partners, we can find the answer for you across the state. And most likely, if you're going through it, someone else in our work group has experienced the same thing you're going through.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Mike. Up next in our Deputy on Duty, how the Council on the Status of Men and Boys is making an impact in our community. Stay with us.
At the Florida Sheriff's Association, we are able to serve our sheriffs and Floridians thanks to our member support. The FSA Member Perks program was created to give back to our members for all that they do. Members enjoy savings on restaurants, vacations, golf courses, car rentals, healthcare, movie tickets, theme parks, online shopping, and more. With over 300,000 offers, you'll always find ways to save. To learn more or to join the Florida Sheriff's Association, visit fsamemberperks.org.
Domestic violence knows no faith.
1 in 4 women experiences abuse in their relationship.
So most likely, there are victims of abuse in your congregation.
Don't think it doesn't happen in your church.
Or synagogue.
Or mosque.
Because it does.
It does.
It does.
Learn the signs of abuse.
And how to help victims. Know the many resources available in our community.
End the silence on domestic violence.
Contact the Domestic Violence Coordinating Council or the Refuge House Hotline.
In 70-degree weather, it takes only minutes for the inside of your car to heat up like an oven. At 104 degrees, heat stroke begins, followed by loss of consciousness. Every year, almost 40 children die of heat stroke after being forgotten in a vehicle. A simple change in daily routine is often the cause. Look before you lock. brought to you by Kids in Cars.
On this segment of Deputy on Duty, we're continuing the conversation on the impact of the Council of the Status of Men and Boys.
It kept me out of trouble. I had bad anger issues. I feel like I know how to control myself now a little bit better. And then just showed me, it's a better outlook on life.
Programs such as anger management classes and mentorship initiatives are equipping students with valuable tools to tackle challenges both in and out of school.
It brings a lot of connection to our male students. They get to have good role models. They get someone they can always come talk to. You know, they have someone in their corner for a lot of things, and they come out a lot and visit with them.
CSMB is forging connections with students outside of the classroom through a variety of activities, including behavioral health classes, basketball games, and campus events.
Yeah, right now we have an anger management one. Kids just learn different ways to cope with their anger skills. Our sheriff's department is helping them some hours too with this. They are usually here with our career services. They come out in our career fairs to coach out here with basketball games we put on between players and staff. Pretty much anything we have going on campus, they're pretty much with us.
Offering anger management classes aids students in regulating their emotions and encourages them to pause before reacting.
That's an anger management class I started in like March, April. Over the course of 2 months, I learned breathing mechanisms, like stopping and thinking, not reacting like on actions and stuff.
Through mentorship and guidance, navigators aspire to foster confidence, accountability, and personal development.
Navigators are out here helping the kids move forward in life, kind of different programs they can get into, helping them become better men, better kids in the community, and just really giving them as much help and support as they can.
For many students, having someone consistently checking in and providing support can create a significant impact on their lives.
Yeah, my navigator, he cool. You know, he be just like, he teach me, he keep me on the right track. He a little annoying at times, but you know, like if you do good, he gonna do good by you. That's all I can say.
These conversations and lessons are valuable wake-up calls for students.
The call in, like when they brought everybody in, they were just talking. My biggest take from it was the state attorney. They ain't playing with us no more. And they gonna direct file you, so I just said I need to change my life.
CSMB is committed to supporting students and encouraging them to make better decisions.
It kind of teaches you how to maneuver through certain situations, especially in school, because you could talk to them about what's going on in school, and they'll just teach you kind of like how to maneuver out those situations or how to move better about it.
And Leland offers this advice for his fellow students.
You see your life kind of going off track, or like you see like you got anger issues, you should definitely do it. They're gonna get you right, and like it teaches you there's more to life than just like the streets and stuff.
If you'd like to volunteer with the CSMB program, visit leoncountyso.com. For Leon County Today, I'm Giovanni Hampton.
For over 3 decades, you've helped us move closer to ending breast cancer as we know it for everyone. You are making strides against breast cancer. Together, we are the hope, the movement, the future.
Email from school about the incident today.
Scary.
Tell me about it. Did you have any idea that was going on?
None. I mean, you saw Derek at the game last night too. Did you have a clue?
No, but you know, teachers like me, parents, we don't always know as much as you guys do. Kids hear first about what's going on with other kids.
Half the time, it's rumors.
It can be hard to tell sometimes, but if you're ever concerned about a friend who's having trouble with alcohol, prescription drugs, bullying, violence, anything, you need to tell an adult. Mom or me, a teacher, coach, school counselor, someone you know and trust.
Dad, no kid is gonna tell an adult about that kind of stuff.
I get it, but if we don't know, we can't help. Speaking up about a problem, that's what helping a friend is all about.
Download the Leon County Sheriff's Office mobile app right now. Our mobile app makes it easier than ever to report a crime and get important safety alerts. You can also see who's been booked at the Leon County Detention Facility and follow reported crimes in your neighborhood, all in one convenient location in the palm of your hands. Download LCSO Connect right now. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play by searching LCSO Connect.
all love to cut corners.
You're all set. Okay, great.
But when it comes to crossing the road, this is one corner you can't cut. Always cross at an intersection. Use the crosswalk pedestrian signal. And when you cross, be alert. Make sure approaching drivers see you and have enough time to stop. Drivers, you cannot cut this corner either. You're required to stop for pedestrians in a crosswalk. It is the law.
Really?
Yes. Alert today, alive tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Welcome back to Leon County Today with Sheriff Walt McNeil and Sheriff, our Council on the Status of Men and Boys. You know, many people in the community saw the formation of that, and it's really now rolling really well.
Oh, it absolutely is. And it's not the cure. It is not the magic bullet, but it is certainly moving us in that direction.
Yeah.
We know that if we can have some interventions into those young men predominantly, into their lives early on, and particularly get them involved in education. And that third grade reading level is real. It is absolutely real, and that's one of the things that the Council on Status of Men and Boys is all about. But it's going to take our community continuing to support the efforts we're making. We've got some challenges coming up here shortly with respect to I know all of our social service organizations in our community are at the brink. They're all competing for the same little bit of resources that are out there. So we've got to make sure that they understand, the community understands why CSMB is so important and how much we need our community support. If we're going to continue this, we've been on a really good roller coaster here of driving crime down.
Right.
If we're going to stay there, it's going to require all our citizens understanding that those social service organizations are important, education is important, and making sure if we do arrest these kids, we have a safety net that allows them to be gainfully employed somewhere in our community. Unemployment and poverty are our major issues here in Tallahassee, Leon County.
They are indeed. And then talking about the livestock, you know, the average person doesn't take in consideration those animals that have to be herded.
Yeah, I'm glad Mike and his team can do that, because I certainly can't.
Yeah, they do a great job at it. So, but another just good reminder to everyone that we are in hurricane season. Now is the time to prepare. You know, we see whenever there's one looming that everybody floods the grocery stores, and now we're out of toilet paper and water. Now's the time.
And now's the time to get those supplies in and being prepared. And when you do that, you support us in Leon County Sheriff's Office by being all in.
All in indeed. We want to thank you all for joining us for another episode. We will see you next week.